Welcome to the Prowler Podcast. Today, we're thrilled to have Wes Bradford with us, ready to dive into his football recruiting journey with the Prowler. Without further ado, let's turn it over to Wes as he introduces himself and shares more about his background.
Hey, how y'all doing? I'm Wes Bradford. I'm from Trinity, Alabama, and I go to West Morgan High School. I've been starting there since I was a freshman. You know, as a free safety, strong safety. Literally, I can play just about anything on the back end. But yeah, I've got 9 offers, and I'm committed to Illinois College, and I'll start there in August.
So some fun facts about Wes. He was the first ever Prowler recruit to come through the Prowler. He finished with 9 offers, as you just said, where when he started, he has had just 0. So we're gonna get into some questions and try to get some info for y'all. Wes, so what was the recruiting process like before you joined the Prowler?
Well, it was very complicating. It consists of a lot of just, texting coaches, going to camps, and trying to get your Twitter and your huddle right, so the coaches can look at you and see what they need to see. But to be honest, it was a lot of weight on your shoulders that the Prowler just took off whenever with his AI program that he started. It was very complicated.
I mean, I've been through it too. I know it's a lot of weight on your shoulders, and it's very complicated, and you have to know exactly what to say to the coaches. You want to say everything right to them, but I mean, really, what matters is what you do on the field, right? So
Yes, sir, absolutely.
So after joining the Prowler, what was your first impression of the approach we took on how did we operate and in depth, like a personal approach? Like, how'd you like the approach that we took?
Well, he felt more of a friend than just a recruiter. So you have that, personal connection that helps him get to know you better and know more of what you would want and help you, truly know it before you have to just tell him.
Right. What would you tell other athletes about the Prowler?
I would definitely tell him that it would be the best option recruiting wise because his prices are right. He does exactly what you would want, and he does it in the states that you might want to live in. With his state packages and all that.
So if some other athletes are encountering some of the same struggles as you were, why would you recommend them to join the Prowler?
It's honestly the best option. Recruiting wise, the Prowler has been the only program that I have been a part of, and it's honestly, I would say it's good because me and my teammates and all them, we all was introduced to it by the Prowler, and they all ended up with offers and are committed to play somewhere. So
Right, it's getting that exposure, man. So like you mentioned earlier, like you get to pick what states you're going to be in, like what states you want to live in. What's the best feature about the state packages and everything?
Honestly, just the fact that you can, if you want to live in the West Coast, then you can choose the states in the West Coast. You want California, you want anywhere over there, then you can ask him and he will, approach the coaches in that state and stuff in a good manner, and we'll get you out there.
Right. I think that's a really good deal right there. But what advice would you give other high school athletes when starting the recruiting process?
I would definitely say get started early and start strong. Make sure all like I said earlier, your huddle and your Twitter and all that is right. Make sure that you're posting on it and you don't just have one and you're actually, texting. But I would say I started probably about sophomore year, to be honest, because that's when, if you're a freshman and you're starting, that's okay, but they're not really looking at you as a freshman.
Right.
So.
And it's always best to start early, especially if you have talent and you're a good football player and you're good, you have good grades, and it's coaches really look at grades, and the performance on the field really just comes after the grades. And if they see they have a good student in the classroom and they have a good player on the field, it's obvious, they deserve to play college football and they'd be a good player for them.
Absolutely, yes.
If you could go back, Wes, what would you change in your approach during your recruiting process? Like, what would you have done differently?
I would have posted more. I really didn't. I only posted the end of the season highlights, and the coaches would never look at it because they wouldn't see the progress making up to that. So I would definitely post more on mine and take more coaches. I mean, I didn't really start off that strong, and completely honest. I probably texted 5 or 6 coaches, and when I didn't get a response, I was like, well, it's pointless. So you just got to be consistent, keep strong.
Right. Don't let any challenges stop you from keep like doing what you want to do, you know?
Absolutely.
So this is another little topic that has been big in the state of Alabama and like college sports. So with the closing of Birmingham Southern, it's affecting current and future athletes that are playing on tenure there. Wes, if you're an incoming freshman at Illinois College, but what would be your thinking and approach if this took place to you?
Well, I have actually a fellow teammate. One of my teammates, Walker Letson, he was committed to Birmingham Southern. So I got a lot of in-depth,
Right.
instructions on what he would do. But he had other offers, and in my opinion, if I was in the state I am now, committed to Birmingham Southern with other offers as well, I would be making sure that I'm definitely contacting those coaches and making sure that you can, keep your eligibility and
Right.
continue your collegiate, athletics somewhere else. But if not, then I would just say get back on that grind.
Right.
Get you somewhere.
That's all you can do, man. Just keep on going and get to where you want to go, Keep on
Absolutely.
working hard and just find your home,
Right.
One door may open up, one closed door may open up another door,
You can't give up on it.
Right. So thank you, Wes, for taking your time to come on and share your knowledge to other athletes. Audience, thank you all for tuning into the Prowler Podcast. We look forward to continuing to expand your awareness of our platform, and we look forward to partnering with those who are serious about playing their sport at the next level. And the weekly quote this week is, "Winning is not everything, but making the effort to win is." Vince Lombardi's. So next week we'll have Drew Phillips on, a former Prowler recruit who was the head coach at West Morgan. He was your coach, and the conversation will be on how the Prowler's approach benefited his athletes and what sold him on referencing the Prowler to his athletes. So as always, Prowler up, and we'll see you all next week.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me.